Here comes the most awaited part. With pride, we welcome AIM Global's guest speaker for today, a stalwart in the industry who started in network marketing in 1972. He has garnered over 40 years of experience and has authored 6 books on recruiting, such as Big Al Tells All, Sponsoring Magic, Big Al's How to Create a Recruiting Explosion, Big Al's Turbo MLM, Big Al's How to Build MLM Leaders for Fun and Profit. Ladies and gentlemen, AIM Global is indeed privileged to listen to our distinguished speaker, Mr. Tom Big Al Schreiter.
So you are the leaders, the people that are going to make this thing grow, right? Yes. Now we need 3 things if we're going to be successful in this career, and all 3 are important. If you miss one, you might want to keep your day job. So the first thing is you need a pretty good attitude, right? And just think about that like wheels on a car. If you don't have any wheels on the car, you're not going to go anywhere. So, how many people here have a good attitude? Yeah, you're here, right? So that qualifies. You all have good attitudes. Could it be better? Oh yeah, it could be better, but it's enough to drive the car. The second thing you need, and they've talked about it, is motivation, right? Motivation is like the engine of the car, so you have some power to go somewhere. How many people here are motivated? All right, so we got that one under control. Check that one off. And the third thing we need is a set of skills to make this business work. It's like the steering wheel and clutch making the car drive. Would you agree you need all 3? Yes. You can have the wheels, you can have the engine, but if you don't know how to drive the car, you're dead. Yes. And if you have skills but no wheels, it doesn't matter. So all 3. Now, I'm not here to talk about your attitude. You all have a good attitude. I'm not here to talk about your motivation because you're excited because you are here today on this special day. But the third thing I'm here to talk about, and that is the skills. And if you don't learn the skills, well, you won't be a very good doctor, would you? Would you want to visit a doctor with no skills? Get on an airplane where the pilot just was motivated but didn't know how to fly? No. And do you think people will want to join you if you don't have any skills in this business? No. But if you had good skills, people would be attracted to you, and it would make your sponsoring so much easier. So let's start with a simple little skill that probably nags you the most and show you the difference saying good things versus bad things and no skills. So here in the Philippines, when you talk to people, do everybody make up their mind right away, say yes or no, or do some of them do this? Oh, I gotta think it over. I gotta talk it over with my friends. It's a big thing. I'll get back to you. Call me later. How many people have heard that one? So if you don't have any skills, here's what you do. You go home and you say to your spouse, well, I tried, but I just wouldn't make up their mind. I hope the banker understands. I hope, we can buy food. It's not good, is it? We need skills. Yes. So can we do a little experiment? Everybody here is sitting next to somebody that will still talk to you, right? So grab the hand of somebody next to you. See, some of you are grabbing 3. Right. Now, you have a partner. One partner's going to have to be the smart partner. Which one's that going to be?
You. Go na. You nagturo.
There's only 2 people voting. All right. By a show of hands, who got elected to be the smart partner? Raise your hand if you're the smart partner.
Friends, they go directly.
Okay, that means that the other person will have to be the good-looking partner. Now,
Pwede na rin.
well, by the sounds of that, it's more important to be good-looking. So here's what we're going to do. The good-looking partner is going to be the prospect. And here's what you're going to do. You're going to say, well, it sounds good, but I got to think it over. And, I don't know. These big decisions. I'll get back to you over the holidays. Which holidays? Christmas 2025. Right? And the smart partner is going to be the distributor, right? And after they say, I need to think it over, you're going to have to say something. You could say something like, well, I give up, I go home. That's not a good one. But you're going to have to say something, right? So you all ready? Yes. With all the good-looking partners, do the dramatic pose. Oh, I got to think it over. And let's see what their answer is. Let's begin.
Huwag naman English, Tagalog. Ayaw na. Pag-iisipan ko. Diba, mag-joke. Diba, ini-invite kita. Tapos pag-iisipan ko pa. Diba? Tapos ano yung sasabihin ko, diba?
Kasi narinig naman tayo eh. Pag-iisipan ko pa, ayoko pa. Next year na lang.
Ano yung pag-iisipan mo pa? Yun yung sagot ko.
Pag-iisipan ko pa kung mag-join ako kasi wala pa akong pera eh.
Well, let's see how that one went.
Ano sa sagot ko?
Let me ask you, how did that go? How many people here would like to improve your answer a lot?
Oo.
Or let me put it this
Ang
way.
hirap kasi.
Based upon your answer that you gave, how much should the company be paying you? Now it's really quiet. So we need to improve it. Here's the problem. The prospect is thinking this. Okay, I'm afraid to make a decision. I don't want to make a decision because what if something doesn't work out or it's wrong or I lose money? Does that sound reasonable? And they have been trained not to make a decision by their job. In their job, if they make a decision, they don't get a raise. They just keep their job. But if they make a decision that's bad, what happens? They lose their job. So people have been trained to put off and delay making decisions as long as possible. And that doesn't help us, does it? We spend time and money to go visit them. We need to have them make a decision. So the first thing to understand is, when people don't make a decision, they've actually made a decision, haven't they? I'll give you an example. I stand out on Edsa Road in the middle of the traffic, and the cars are coming at me really fast, and I say, do I run to the right really quick, or do I run to the left really quick before they all come and hit me? And I say, well, let me think it over.
Pwede ganun. Nag-decision siya pa.
I have made a decision, haven't I? I've made a decision to be roadkill, splat. Try this. I'm eating ice cream. And eating ice cream. And people say, do you want to diet? You want to start losing weight? And I'm thinking, no, let me put off that decision for a while.
Pero kumakain siya. Nag-decision na siya.
I've made a decision, haven't I?
Yes.
I've made a decision to be fat. The problem is they don't realize that when they don't make a decision, they've actually made a decision.
Yes.
So when they put off joining your business, they've actually made a decision to stay at their job and stay in low levels of misery for the rest of their life. So our job as professionals, skilled professionals in this business, is to let them know. We don't have to force them or anything. We just have to let them know that no decision is really a no decision, that they decided not to do it. And there's an easy way of saying it. You could say this. You can make a decision to join our business and start making some money for your family. Or you can make a decision tonight not to join our business and keep things the way they are. And now they have to make a decision, don't they?
Yes.
They always did before, but they didn't realize it. So the easiest way to do this is say, hey, you can make a decision to take C24/7 and be healthier and live longer. Or you can make a decision not to take it and save a lot of money by just dying quicker.
Tapos hindi sasagot yung prospect mo, mag-iisip eh.
That was pretty easy, wasn't it?
Yes. Matutunan namin.
So, you can make a decision tonight not to join. And to continue spending 2 hours on the road every day just to get to your job, to begin to work, and 2 hours on the road every night coming home just to get back home so you can do it all over again for the rest of your life until you're 65 and then they let you die. Or you can get your kid tonight, get started so we can change that so maybe next year you can be home with your family. Or you can make a decision to start drinking our healthy coffee. Actually have your coffee make you healthier every day when you drink it. Or you can make a decision to drink the ordinary coffee and take little sips of death every day. Or you can make a decision to buy commercial toothpaste, which is loaded with chemicals, and stick those chemicals inside your children's mouth every time they brush their teeth. Or you can make a decision to spend $2 pesos more and get a more natural toothpaste, so it'll actually be good for your children. Now, how many people here have kind of figured out this is not too hard? So, closing, when somebody says, oh, I need to think it over, hey, they're amateurs, we're the professionals. We not worry about that because we can have them make a decision. And if they make a decision to not be healthy, or they make a decision to rather be overweight or die early or not have any money, that's their choice. But at least they have to make a choice over there. So how many people here are ready to try this? So you're going to have your partner just say, oh, I don't know about, trying something. I mean, I tried a lot of things in my life. It didn't work out. And I don't think I could learn because I tried learning in high school and that didn't work. And, everything's been bad in my life. My boss doesn't like me and my family doesn't respect me and I'm a full-time loser. I want to fall on a sword. Would you hold a sword for me? So, I got to think it over, all these things, because it's so hard. And you say, relax. Tonight, you can make a decision to change your life once and for all, or you can make a decision to just complain about your life for the rest of your life. And it's as simple as that. They're going to have to make that choice. So, are you ready? Yes. All right, so let's get the good-looking partner, dramatic pose. Everything's terrible, right? I got to think it over. And let's see if we do a better job this time. Start complaining. Let's begin.
Ayoko naman magano. Ayoko naman. Bakit mag-complain? Nakakataman. Nag-complain ako. Ayoko na talaga. Pagod na ako. Ano yung sasagot mo?
Bakit ayaw mo pay member ka
Pagod na ako, sis.
Wala rin prospect ka, di ba?
Gusto ko magtrabaho na ako magtrabaho.
Nagtatrabaho na nga. Ano yung kinocomplain mo? Pagod ka sa ano ba?
Sa trabaho, ayoko mag-pay-in, ayoko yan, yan. Di ba dapat yan?
Oo, yung limits dyan.
Dapat ang isasagot, alam mo, pwede ka nang mamayang gabi, bago ka matulog, mag-decide ka na kung uumpisahan mo ba yung pagbabago sa buhay mo or pipiliin mo or ipagpapatuloy mo kung ano yung ginagawa mo ngayon at gawin mo yan for the rest of your life.
Yun yung una niyang sagot kanina eh.
Tapos ito, magsisti ka na, ganyan.
Yung sumunod na to, pwedeng, yun nga sabi niya yung
Pagpatuloy ka sa pagkukumplay.
Pagpatuloy ka sa pagkukumplay. Ang hirap ng Tagalogin yung
Okay.
How did that go?
Pero andun yung
Now here's the
totoo.
question. I bet some of you saw that maybe a couple people didn't want to participate. They said, oh, I don't want to try it because, oh, it's so hard. I might be embarrassed. I don't want to try it now. So what are we going to say to them? You can make a decision to try it right now so you're comfortable when you leave here to start closing your prospects, or you can make a decision not to participate and continue being a professional victim, hoping somebody gives you money. This is going to be fun with our children, isn't it? Now, there's a second way, and this talks to the subconscious mind and does a whole lot of cool things. And the subconscious mind runs on programs. The programs we're going to talk to in this particular close is to say, well, I want to make sure it's rejection-free. Is everybody okay with that?
Yes, rejection.
I don't like rejection. I'm a full-time coward. I don't like it at all. I think it's overrated. All right? And we want to show them that we have their best interest at heart. That we're worried about that. And we want to turn it into a giant hug-a-thon where they love us. And we want to give them choices so it doesn't look like we're trying to push them into a corner like one of these high-pressure salespeople. We're better than that. We're professionals. And we want them to have to make an immediate choice. No more, I need to think it over. Plus a few other programs. And we can do this with 9 words. Now, for the folks that are brand new in network marketing here, in the skills section, attitude, motivation, skills, in the skills section, skills is usually just learning sequences of words to say that does stuff automatically. Which means like putting your foot on the clutch is a pretty much automatic thing. Everything else just happens. So, let me ask you. So what's going to be easier for you? To learn 9 trained words to talk to all of these programs in their mind, or to continue going home the victim saying, oh, they wouldn't join, they wouldn't form me. And so what's going to be easier for you? For me to tell you what these 9 words are? Or for you to try to go out and do trial and error for 15 years and figure it out on your own?
Yes.
And so what's going to be easier for you? To write these 9 trained words down? To use them over and over again, or try to remember them and maybe forget them and go home and not be able to do this? So what's going to be easier for you? To teach your downline these 9 trained words so you don't have to replace them so they have success, or to continue replacing your downline year after year and not really getting ahead? So what's going to be easier for you? To guess these 9 words that I'm using over and over again every sentence, or for me to continue saying, so what's going to be easier for you? So, what is going to be easier for you? 9 words. And they never know that you did it to them. Because you could say this like maybe 5 or 6 sentences in a row and nobody would even notice. So let's try this. So what's going to be easier for you? To give your children good nutrition so they never have to visit the doctor, so they can protect themselves from all the viruses and coughs in school, or for you to have to take off work, go home and take your child into an office with a bunch of other sick children and wait all day to have them. So, what's going to be easier for you? To get your children to eat 20 servings of fruits and vegetables every day so they be healthy? Or
Easier for you.
Good supplementation to their diet because you know at least they can do that. So, what's going to be easier for you? To keep commuting to work hour after hour after hour every day and buying chapstick by the case, lip gloss, so because you have a full-time job kissing your bosses behind. Or to get started tonight in the business so maybe next year you can be your own boss. So what's going to be easier for you? To keep complaining every day here by the coffee machine how miserable this job is and how underpaid you are? Or to come with me to a meeting tonight to see how you and I can change our lives forever? So what's going to be easier for you? To continue warehousing your children in daycare, paying other people big money to watch them grow up? Or to get started tonight, so next year you can be home with your babies. So what's going to be easier for you? To continue commuting 2 hours to work, going to work 2 hours, coming back, fighting traffic all the time to a job you hate? Or to get started tonight, to start the countdown to firing your boss? So what's going to be easier for you? To continue making up problems and complaining about it, to hold yourself back from making this business work for you? Or to simply step over those problems like a real leader and continue on realizing you can have a big business and be rich, even if there's still problems? So what's going to be easier for you? To continue whining and complaining about things, or to just take a deep breath, get over it, and make the life work for you? So what's going to be easier for you? To give up all hope, keep going to work, and just wait to die? Or to sit down with my sponsor tomorrow and have him show you what he showed me that got me excited about life? So it's going to be easier for you to wake up every morning and say, man, it really hurts getting old. Or to start taking some good nutrition so you wake up every morning feeling like a million pesos. So what's going to be easier for you? To continue listening to me do this over and over again, or for you to actually practice it once or twice with your partner? So y'all ready? Turn to your partner and just try a so what's going to be easier for you? Let's begin.
What's going to be easier for you?
Complain every day and make your life more miserable.
Or make a decision today and start
Living that decision. Compose na lang.
ganun. Parang ganito lang yan eh. Next year, text ko na. Tapos pwede mo naman. So, yun ko sa English.
Sige, okay tayong dalawa mo man eh.
Ayun. So, it's going to be easier for you. Mag-start ka next year na kung saan next year pa pwedeng mabago yung next year pa pwedeng masimulan, next year pa pwedeng mabago yung buhay mo o ngayon na kung saan pwede na nating simulan at yung mga taong ako sa
Or pwede rin sige, ano ba mas madali para sa'yo? Maghintay ka na 1 taon para ipagpatuloy kung ano man yung trabaho na meron ka na hindi ka naman kumikita at sakto-sakto lang sa pamilya mo. Or umpisa mo na ngayon para next year makauwi ka na.
tama, ito yung OFW,
At hindi ka na mag-abroad.
ngayon, hindi ka na babalik na abroad.
Oh my God. Magbabakasyon na lang ako dito.
I-apply.
Doon na kami titira eh.
Hirapan ako.
Mas madali kasi doon, sis, na magbenta. Mas, kami comfortable kami na doon kami hindi dito. Kaya baliktad din.
Ano ka plano naman kasi?
Kaya baliktad din. Dapat hindi na uuwi. Ang plano namin, hindi na uuwi ng Pinas.
So what's going to be easier for you to buy a bunch of tickets to the next event so you're guaranteed a seat, or to wait or miss out on the chance of getting a seat and sitting at home wishing you were? So So it's going to be easier for you to hurry up and get a ticket for the next event so you can learn more and earn more money, or miss out on a chance and stay home wondering why you never get a ticket. How many people here think even the toughest question on closing, which is I need to think it over, we could just handle just like that as a professional? And that's the difference between skills and unskilled. Now, how many people here know how to drive a car? All right, does it take skill to do that?
Yes.
But if you didn't have skill, oh, you're not going to drive that car, are you? You have to know things like the clutch stops the grinding sound. The brake is kind of convenient. The steering wheel is a pointing device. The ignition key does magic. The same in your business. If you're going to be an accountant, a doctor, engineer, every profession requires skills. And if you're sitting here today as part of the AIM Academy, think about this. You have to take this serious. You've got to start learning the skills. You just can't stay being a victim saying, well, I showed up to the meeting, but nothing happened. No, we got to learn some skills to make it rock. So are you ready for the next skill? Yes. Now, this skill can be used from leadership to communication to presentations to closing. It covers them all. But this is the first of the 25 basic skills we'd like to teach people because it empowers them. It makes them feel that they know more than other people. It gives them confidence to talk to people. And they can talk to people like Vulcan money. They can get their message inside the other person's mind just like that. And we can't do that when we start because we're missing some skills. And I'll prove it to you. When you're out there talking to people, the people you talk to here in the Philippines, do they want to live longer or die quickly?
Live longer.
You're still thinking, okay. And do they want more money in their life or less money?
More money.
So you offer them a chance to live longer, you offer them a chance to have more money. And at the end of the presentation, they tell you no. Does that strike you as strange? Now, you know if they believed you, they would do it.
Yes.
But maybe they didn't even hear your message. Maybe your message came right up their forehead, bounced off, tinkle, tinkle, tinkle to the floor. And that's usually what happens first. One of the first challenges we have is we don't know how to talk to people in a correct way so the message inside of our head gets inside of their head. And it's a skill that can be mastered very quickly. So let's get on with it. I'm going to show you that the reason they don't understand is this. Now, I don't know how many of you speak German, but if I talk to you in German, and I would have the best message in the world, I'm saying it's a great company, and great founders, and great products, and a great time, and a great income, and a great compensation plan. If I'm talking to you in German, what's going to happen? We're not talking the same language, are we?
Yeah.
So, if I'm talking to you here in the Philippines, whose responsibility is it to talk the correct language? Mine. So, when you're talking to people, here's the news. People have inside their head 4 different languages. You only know one of them. That means 3 out of 4 people you talk to, you ruin just like that. Because they don't understand what you said because they understand a different language inside of their head. Does that make sense for everybody? Yes. So would you like to learn how to learn the other 3 languages very quickly? Yes. And here's the good news. You only have to learn 2 or 3 words in each language and you're pro. How awesome is that? So when you talk to people, they get it right away. And the problem is we don't know this when we start because, well, we don't know how to be a doctor when we start, do we? We don't know where to operate or who gets the anesthesia first, on our first day of medical school. So when we first start network marketing, we don't know about these 4 languages. Now, you have one of the languages inside your head. This is how you understand the world, how you understand business, how you understand products, how you understand conversations. But other people you talk to with the same language inside your head, when you talk to them, it's just so easy. They get it right away. But the other 3, they will turn you down, they'll tell you no, because they don't even understand the words you say. So we're going to fix that right now. So are y'all ready?
Yes.
Right. Now there's only 4 languages. You know one of them. And it's your personality. You get it from the time you were born. You're born this way. It's how you see the world. And for each of these ways of seeing the world, there's not a good or bad. They're all equally good. Everything has good points and bad points, right?
Yes.
Out of all the 4 personalities, the 4 languages, each one has good points and bad points, except the one I am. That's only good points. Now, here's what I'd like you to write down. Just write down the word yellow.
Yeah.
Let me explain yellow personalities. Are you ready? Yellow personalities, in this language, you only need to know one word. Help. H-E-L-P. Let me tell you about yellow people. They were born to help other people. They get happiness helping other people. They try to make everybody around them happy. If there's a funeral, they're the first ones to bring food to the funeral for these people. Yellow people are the nicest people in the world. They don't think about themselves. They don't worry about money. So when you talk to them about money, it just bounces off their forehead. They're not worried about travel. Bounce off. They're not worried about recognition. Bounce off. They're not worried about talking in front of people. Bounce off their forehead. Only thing they're worried about is helping other people. Now, I bet you have an aunt or somebody you know that whenever you go to her house, there's some milk, there's some cookies, you want a back rub, what can I do for you? How can I make you more comfortable? Anybody know somebody like that? These are yellow personalities. I picture a yellow personality as a 50-year-old grandmother, long hair with flowers in her hair, kind of a hippie dress, serving cookies to the grandbabies, singing kumbaya. That's how I picture it in my mind. But yellow people are like, you're going to see a lot of kindergarten school teachers, a lot of nurses, not all nurses, but a lot of nurses, maybe a massage therapist, maybe somebody does volunteer work. Somebody just lives to help other people. That's their whole fulfillment. That's what they get out of life for their happiness. And anybody ever see the cartoon The Simpsons? Well, the wife, Marge Simpson, she's yellow. She just cares about all the people in her family, how to make them happier. Yellow personality. Homer and them, they're not, okay? But Marge is a yellow personality. Now, when you meet a yellow person, maybe you have an aunt like this. She just comes up and gives somebody a big hug. Oh, I'm so glad to see you. And you feel like you've known her all your life. And you say, here's all my money. Total trust, total rapport. And everybody loves the yellow people. They're the nicest people in the world. Nobody hates them. They're just so lovable. And yellows, you could have a yellow personality, and they would make a great leader because they just try to make everybody in their downline successful. What can I do to help you? And you don't see them up in the front of the stage. They'll lean back saying, can I help with registration? Can I put out some extra chairs for people? Make sure that everybody feels good. Bring them some cookies. That's the yellow personality. Your aunt, she'll give somebody a big hug. Yellows are professional huggers. And then the next day, you'll get a little letter from them. Say, oh, thank you for being my friend. And when they sign their letter, they don't put a dot over the I. What do they put over the I? Little heart. Smiley face. Those are the yellow personalities. So when you talk to the yellows, it's not about the money. It's about the ability to help other people. Now, you haven't heard the other 3 personalities, but very quickly, you want to remember that the yellows will do almost anything to help other people within reason. You know, they're the ones that help with the funerals and love taking care of children. By a show of hands, how many people here, even though you don't know the other 3, feel like maybe you might be a yellow personality? Raise your hand real high. Right? All right. Now hold your hand real high. And I want everybody else to look at these people with their hands real high. These are yellow personalities that everybody loves. They'll do almost anything to help people. So during the break, ask them for a loan or
Nakikilala ko pa nung kulay siya agad.
Now, yellows make good leaders because they don't have any ego at all. It's all about helping the downline become successful. When you talk to a yellow personality, do you think your presentation might want to be a little bit different? Oh, yeah. How about inviting a yellow personality to a meeting? I'll give you a little script that I like to use. And is it okay if I over-exaggerate this so it makes it easy to remember?
Yes.
All right, so it's an over-exaggeration. Not everybody's going to be 100% yellow. But if I'm talking to a yellow, I might say this. Oh, we have a meeting tomorrow night. Would you please come? We need your help. We have some products that make children healthier so they don't miss school so much. And they don't get all the viruses that go around. And we help people live longer so they can see their grandchildren and their great-grandchildren get married. And we try to make people healthier so later on in life they don't have to take a lot of prescription drugs because, you know, the evil pharmaceutical company, they don't just don't care about this. So we just try to help them to make them feel better and have happiness and maybe a better family experience. And would you please come to our meeting tomorrow night? Because we need to share the world and help the world know about this. And could you bring some refreshments? And I just need just one more person to win the secret ribbon of helpfulness. Would you please come and be my person? Now, if you're a yellow personality, what do you think the yellows are going to say? Yes. Okay. Every time. Now, if this did not feel good to you, didn't resonate with you, you say, oh man, I just want to grow up. If you felt like that, that just means you're one of the other three colors, right?
Yes.
But this is the language they understand. It's not about what you are, it's what about the person you're talking to. So if you find somebody who's a yellow, you're not going to be talking about, oh, you make big bonus checks and you can be #1 in your neighborhood and crush the competition. And no, they don't like that. Oh, we should all share equally. All right. Do we all get this? Yeah. So what we want to do is, when you first meet somebody, instantly recognize, that might be a yellow person. And if they are, let's talk to them in the yellow language. And if you can't think of what to say, just throw the word in help every time you can. Right? And they'll be happy. So are you ready? Yeah. I want the good-looking partner to pretend to be yellow. So here's what you're going to do. And the other person, you're going to invite them to your meeting to learn about your opportunity, right? But you're going to invite them in the yellow language by saying, would you please we have some classes.
Sabi niya practice daw eh.
And you know, because I have a healthy complex, they won't be
Kailangan ko ng tulong.
and you know, we'll help grandmothers get elders and help with the grandchildren, see the great grandchildren. And we'll make people happy because we have a nice community.
Ganun dapat.
Would you please come? Would you bring some refreshments? And I only need one more person. Are y'all ready? Yeah. All right, so one person, pretend to be yellow.
Ako yellow. Ayun na ba yan? Nag-advise.
Yellow din ako, pero ano?
Yellow ka din, please. Hindi ko na matanda.
Hindi kasi ganito. May yellow akong part, pero kasi pagdating sa mga business or something na may yellow ka sa akin, sobrang analyze ako na more info. Kaya ako naging green.
Pero dominant sa'yo ang green.
Pagka nga may mga parang, kumari yung mga may kailangan kang info, mas dominant talaga siya sa akin. Tapos, yun. Tapos mahilig. Pero, mahirap eh. Di ko lang, parang dominant kaya green na ano eh.
ikaw man ang
Siguro, kasi ikaw, ano ba tingin mo? Kasi ako, helpful naman din ako. Pag lalo na kapag, kumari nakikiusap ka nun.
Okay, was that easy?
Hindi ako makakatanggi, parang hirap-hirap tanggi.
Yellows
Kunwari,
like
ito
to
kaya
stand
ka.
out, they like to be part of a team.
Right.
Like to see what's going on. And the problem with yellows,
Yan.
there's
Ito
good
yung
points
green.
and bad points.
Ito.
They don't like
Yellow tsaka
making
blue.
decisions.
Ate,
They don't want to
ganyan.
Pero may red din
will
ako.
on
Wala. Surot lang.
So you get 12 yellows in a room with a meeting, and one yellow says, well, it's time for
Hindi ako
lunch. Where's
tumingin
the
natin
meeting?
masyado sa ano.
The next yellow says, well, I'll eat where you want to eat. And the next yellow says, I'll eat where everybody else wants to eat. And they're going to starve. Nobody's going to make a decision.
Ano yung bata sa kanya?
Tapos ka na?
So when you're the yellow, you just pretty much have to tell them what to do to make you happy, and that's it. They'll make you happy. Yes.
38.
So, ready for the next one.
38.
Now, if you are a yellow, you talk in this language naturally. So when you talk to another yellow, easy. But if you are yellow, and you talk to somebody of the other three languages, they don't get it. They don't understand. And they don't come and you have no idea why. No, I hugged them and they still didn't want to come. Well, because they didn't want to be hugged, okay?
Ay, wala na
So the next color is blue.
yun.
Now blue you can describe in one word. Party. Blues love to party. They love to have fun. They're all about excitement. They're motivated from the moment they wake up in the morning.
Sige, ako yun.
They like to travel. They try new things. They love being around people. And they are the easiest of all the colors to recognize. Because they are always talking. They talk from the moment they wake up all the way through lunch. They even talk in their sleep. They talk and talk and talk and talk and talk.
Oo, ganun.
And you know, they start a story, it never ends. It never has a point. They just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. How many people here know somebody that talks a lot?
Ay, tayo,
If
kuya.
somebody's always talking, there's a
May kilala ka daw ka.
Kilala.
Now,
Ako sa'yo.
I have a leader. All right, he's blue. His name is Michael. Now, the reason the blues talk is their minds are going 100 kilometers an hour in 100 different directions at the same time.
Yellow.
They don't focus on anything. They just action, action, action. And remember, these are action people.
Kasi baka yun.
Now, my friend Michael, he's a blue. When we go out sponsoring together, I drive, he talks. And he talks and talks and talks and talks and talks. But when he drives, he still talks and talks and talks. He considers rules of the road only a suggestion. All right? So it's always exciting when he drives. And when he sits down with the prospect, he does all the talking. You know, the prospect doesn't have to say anything, he just talks and talks and talks at him. He wakes up in the morning, he gets on the phone. And he'll be on the phone all day, sponsoring people, doing trainings, doing three-way calls, looking for new prospects. And he just talks and talks and talks. But his wife, Linda, she's yellow. So when he's talking all day, she's going by, oh, do you want a soda, dear? Can I make you a sandwich? A little bit, what can I do? Linda does all the work. Michael just talks. Linda does all the follow-up. She gives catalogs to people. She does she follows up. Blues never follow up people because blues love meeting new people, and they have no time to follow up old people because they're too busy meeting new people. And this is good for you because blues will bring the most people on your team. They'll bring the most people to fun conventions and parties. They're people, but they will never follow up. So make sure if you have a blue on your team that somebody's helping them follow up, or else all those people will be lost. Blue goes to an opportunity meeting. Halfway through the opportunity meeting, The blue jumps up out of their seat. They run outside. They just got a call. And they meet a stranger in the hallway, and here's what the blue says. Oh man, this is going to be great. This is the most fantastic opportunity I ever saw. This is so exciting. You've got to join now. I can't remember the name of the company. I don't even know what it is. And we're going to travel together for the whole trip from America. And that's the blues. They are instant action. And they don't need any facts. These are people that join and can't even remember the name of the company. If a blue comes to Metro Manila, the first thing he says, let's go see how bad the traffic is. Let's go have a party. Well, we're going to go out tonight. Let's meet some new people. Is there something fun we can do there? Just action, action, action. Blues will take action and go out talking to people. Nothing like reject from that. They just talk. If you get on an elevator, there's a stranger on the elevator with you, and they just start talking to you. Here's what we did last night, and here's how we came here to the gym. That's a blue. Blues talking about. Now, some examples of blues is, if you can think of SpongeBob SquarePants. Fun, 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 or Bugs Bunny. Fun, 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 fun. Blue personality. They love parties, trying new things, short attention span. And I don't know if you have examples of blues here. I don't know if you noticed. I'm not a Filipino. But you probably have some celebrities here, right?
Yes.
I heard stories last time I was here about Manny Pacquiao's mom. And maybe she's a little bit blue. I don't know. But blues wear outlandish clothing. They're just ready to party. And they are the best recruiters, the best promoters. You announce there's going to be a trip to America. I mean, they are off already trying to qualify. They don't even know what the qualifications are. That's the blue. So, do blues make great leaders? Yeah, they're fun to be around. They always bring new people to the team. Maybe they don't follow up, it's the downside. But they love it. So, my question to you is, how many people here know a blue person in your life? Now, if they're blue, they're always talking. If they're always talking, what's the downside?
Green, blue.
They're never listening.
Hindi naman yan. Konti lang.
Hindi kasi medyo
So don't waste your time talking to them and not listening.
kaya nakikinig
They're just
ka.
thinking about the next thing they're going to say.
Pero sa bagay, kahapon, nagtatagpal ako.
But if you get a blue, well, if I was going to go to Val, and I said, I want to meet a lot of new people, I'll get a blue person and say, just make a whole bunch of appointments and we're off and running. They don't mind talking. Now, you haven't heard the other two colors, but just quickly here, how many people here in this room think maybe, just maybe, you might be a blue personality? Nobody, 3 people. All right, that's a record. Normally, nobody raises their hand because they're not listening.
Nadali kayo doon
Mamaya ka sa akin.
So how do you talk to a blue personality to invite them to your meeting? Well, I'm going to give you some words. You'll pick up those words when I do my invitation. So you'll be able to speak the blue language.
The language.
By the way, was the yellow language too hard?
No.
What was the word?
Help.
You got it. You're perfection. All right, here's the blue.
Party.
Here's how you invite a blue to a meeting. First of all, you look at them. And when they take a breath and take a sip out of their Coke, you talk fast.
You talk fast. Kasi hindi ka
Now,
katapos
it
sinite.
doesn't matter what you say. They're not even listening.
Doesn't
They just look
matter.
excited when you're talking. That's all they care about. So here's some words that I like to use. I like to say, we have a meeting tomorrow night. It's going to be so exciting. It's going to be so much fun. You're going to meet lots of new people. You're going to have a chance to talk to people before the meeting, during the meeting, for hours after the meeting. And we have fun conventions like this, and we have a chance to travel. The next chance is going to be the United States. And they're going to get a 747 are going to load it up with all our distributors, and they're going to have a barrel of beer in the middle of the aisle so we can sing karaoke and drink beer on the way over. And when we get over there, we're going to have movies and sightseeing all day long. We're going to party all night. We're going to stay awake for 72 straight hours. We're going to have so much fun. And you got to hurry up and join because I need a roommate here. You don't want to be left behind on the blue side. Where do I sign? That's all they need to know. They don't even need to know the name of the company. They just want to have fun. So the words are exciting, fun, meeting lots of new people, chance
Iba
to
nga nung
talk.
na-member
That's
ako sa
all.
hindi ko alam yung C24/7.
And when you say that,
Kikinig.
you'll get about 100% of the blues to show up to your name. But see, if you would have given talk to them in yellow, they wouldn't even have heard you. But you have to talk fast because they think fast. I did this little demo walking down the street in London. I said, watch this, because
Ganito din.
me and another distributor are walking next to this blue guy. And you can tell, it's easy, blah, 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 talking about nothing. So,
Trito ano ba yun?
I just turned to him and I said very quickly, we got this great business, you got to join us, there's going to be a lot of fun, we're going to have some trips. And then, yeah.
Visit ka.
It's just that easy. So when you're the blues, they don't need the facts. What they need is fun, excitement, chance to talk to people. So I'll do this again, and then it's your turn to invite the blues. So it's going to say, we have a meeting tomorrow night. It's going to be so much fun. It's going to be so exciting. Meet lots of new people. You can talk to people before the meeting, during the meeting, hours after the meeting. Have this great trip coming up. You know, sing karaoke, stay awake the whole time. And then fun and fun. So, but you got to do it fast and with excitement.
Si ano ba?
And remember, they're not really listening. But if you're talking, just looking excited, that's what you're doing. So are you ready? So here's what we're going to do. This time, the good-looking partner's going to pretend to be blue, which is looking all over, short attention span, right? And you got to talk really fast. Are you ready? So let's invite them to the meeting. Let's begin.
Tapos na, nag-invite. Tapos na. Hindi siya aware.
Sabi na.
Tingin ko.
Are we ready for the next color?
Yung hinahanap mo na enjoy, yung bukas talaga. Yung ngayon kasi puro string ko puro, puro sa akin. Kasi ako,
So you sit down with the blue. Don't say we have this love meditation, love to laugh. They're going to finish like 5 beers before you get started. You know?
eh, sa akin.
They just want to have fun. So the next color is red. Now the reds are all about power, being the boss. They love telling other people what to do, and they are great organizers. They're champion organizers. Now the blues have the most fun, but the reds make the most money because they're great organizers. They love to be the boss. So think about politicians. Elect me so I can tell you what to do. That's red. So red personalities, they like getting people organized on what to do. They bottom line people. They want to make sure that the job gets done. Now, if you wanted a CEO of a company, would you want a yellow? Let's give all the money to poor people. Make that work. Would you want a blue for your CEO? Ooh, 365 days of holidays! Yes. You know, you might want to have a red, right? Somebody can organize, get the job done, so bonus checks would actually go out. So the reds are bottom line people. Bottom line, let's get the job done. Now, I'll do some exaggeration here to help you remember the red personality. My wife is red.
Talaga? Kasi nag-shopping.
Now, reds normally aren't the best listeners. And the reason the reds wouldn't listen is they already have all the best ideas. Why would they listen to the stupid little opinion of a blue or a yellow? They've already thought it out. They already have it organized. And the rest of the people just form the idea in their mind. So when you're talking to a red personality and you're not recruiting, remember this. They're going to want to do it their way. They're not going to be listening to you. They want to have all the right answers. Now, every red I have ever met thinks they're yellow. We know better. So you talk about red, they say, I'm just trying to help these poor losers. I don't know what to do. But every red thinks they're yellow. No, they're red. They're the organizers. They're going to get things done. So the reds have to be in charge. And if you didn't have a red, think about those 12 yellows in the room, right? They need a red to come in there and say, just shut up. We're going over here to eat a Jollibee and get over with. Yeah, 15 minutes, get back. And all the yellows go, oh, thank you, we can eat finally. So the reds are not listening. What motivates these people? Well, number one, money, bottom line results. You can tell you're talking to a red. If you talk to a red, they're going to say, all right, how many people do I have to recruit to make 1,000 pesos? That's right. Bottom line. Would a blue ask that question? I don't think so. Would a yellow ask that question? No, they're not about money. But the reds are bottom line people. Say, this is a business. We've got to make it work. People depend on us. This is what you have to do. So the reds, their main motivation when you talk to red personalities out there are going to be things like recognition, money. Let me show you the difference. Reds like competition. Like to be number one. Normally reds are never wrong. They'll tell you that. But they like to be number one. So if there's a competition and the red wins it, they're going to call up number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and say, hey, loser, look where I am. Because they like to win. Or how about this? They would like recognition, like getting a trophy. So let me exaggerate here. I'm going to exaggerate how the three colors get a trophy. Are you ready? So the red will come up and say, thank you for the trophy. I worked hard, I deserve it, and you're all losers. I'm number one. All right, they're excited, right? How would a yellow get that trophy? Let's give it to Susan. She has a sick kitten at home. How would a blue get a trophy? Woo! It reminds me of a trophy that, oh wait, my aunt would call me last night. She was the one that went to Hong Kong. They had little drinks in the plane, had little umbrellas on there. And they put some oranges there, wasn't it? So the simple fact of getting a trophy means three different things in those three different languages. So when you talk to somebody and you say the word trophy or presentation or product or opportunity, it means three different things depending on who you're talking to. So if you're talking to a red and you say opportunity, they say, here's my chance to exceed. Here's my chance to do a great job. Here's my chance to be number one. I can finally get the recognition I deserve. I'm tired of working for somebody else. That's what they want. So would you like to hear a little invitation to a red? But first of all, how many people here in this room think maybe you might be a red personality? You can tell how my hands up straight. I'm red. I'm number one. We don't need to throw the three stupid colors.
Kasi sabi niya, sa akala mo yellow pa, no?
So that's the reds.
Hindi, helpful din kasi sa ito.
Here's how I would invite a red to a meeting.
Matatapos
Now
na.
this is exaggerated, but it'll help you remember. Are you ready? Yes. I would say to a rep, we have a meeting tomorrow night, be there, we're talking money. Big money. Huge amount of money. Not that little money from a job, but the huge amount of having your own business. Here's your chance to fire the boss. Be your own boss. Have your own organization. Tell them what to do. And finally get the recognition you deserve. And get those huge bonus checks so you can buy that red Ferrari you always wanted, so you can drive back to where you used to work and leave rubber marks all up and down the company parking lot with your Ferrari, roll down the window and say goodbye, losers. And the rest say, I'm on the front row. I'm there. You're number one. And they're going to